Hey everyone, it's Ashley, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel. I am here for another weekend home fragrance roundup. And so I have my bin full of goodies. I have lots of things to share. I've just really been working on getting all my Happy Mail out the door, which I still have a little bit to go. So my videos have been lacking. It's not that I don't have things to share. It's that I've been really busy with that. So I haven't had time to film because I really want to get that out like ahead of the month and all the things happening. So apologies. But I plan this weekend to knock out a ton of things. So there you have it. Okay. We're going to start with Scentsy. Let's start with non-wax items as per usual. This isn't technically empty, but the pump on this soap, Go-Go Mango, I don't even know if this is a scent that's available any longer. I don't think it is. This is the old style of soaps, and this pump was driving me crazy. Where's the body care in this catalog? It's before laundry. No, Go-Go Mango is not a scent that's available anymore, but this is the old style of soap packaging. The pump was really just like, almost like you pump it down and then it goes back up, you know, and then it's almost like more soap was dribbling out the spigot. So I was just like, I'm not dealing with this anymore. We needed a refill on the women's bathroom soap at work. And so, you know, since I'm on the unofficial office fragrance committee, self-named, I took it upon myself to just empty this into our work dispenser. I think it's gonna work so much better there. I shared those on Instagram one day. I literally just picked up these like plastic, they were like $2 at Walmart, soap dispensers, but they're amazing. They've been working super, super great. And so I just emptied this into the work container. I really like the formulation of the Scentsy hand soaps. I'm really trying to get through this style of the hand soaps so I can check out the new hand soap dispenser, like the new bottle, that's what I was trying to say. The dispenser is different. It's a little bit better looking. I just haven't tested them yet because I'm trying to get through my older soaps first. Okay, but I think it's just gonna work a lot better. I put in, also, speaking of the work fragrance committee CEO or chair, myself, I put in a new fragrance flower in our bathroom, the women's bathroom. Black raspberry vanilla. It was a Buttercup Bell. I took out an iridescent pearl, which had like barely any fragrance oil on the bottom, so I just set it aside because I didn't want to transport it from work while it was still like so wet on the flower. I feel like the fragrance flowers, even when they're completely like no oil left, the flower is just still so wet. It's really hard to transport. So I just left it there. But I actually wrote on the bottom of the iridescent pearl fragrance flower, and I did that with this one too, the date. I keep the stickers from these and put them on the bottom of the fragrance flower so I know the scent, which it's pretty easy to tell the scent because usually they still smell, but I like to do it anyway. And then I wrote the date on there. So I think the iridescent pearl fragrance flower I put in on May 2nd. And I took it out today and there was like barely any oil left. I will say, after I take this drink of water, I will say our work women's bathroom technically has an air vent, but it's also like really long and skinny. It's like a weird setup. So like the vent and where the fragrance aren't really close. Like it's not like it has a ton of airflow, I guess you could say. So I do think that affects the performance of the fragrance flower. In our old bathroom at work, we used to have a shared bathroom, and then when other people left and we kind of like went through a work transition, we ended up splitting out the men's and the women's bathrooms. So in the current men's bathroom, which used to be ours, there was like a heater on the wall. So in the wintertime, we would like crank the heater because like it would keep the water warm and stuff. It would just keep it warm in there because it wasn't heated. That would make the fragrance flowers go like super quickly when that was running. I'll be really curious to see what happens going forward because this is the iridescent pearl was the first one I put in there in May, and it just now got changed, and it probably could have went a little further. So I do think that's going to slow down my fragrance flower at work usage. I'm trying to figure out where at home I could utilize them more without Jemmy knocking them over or pawing at them and then getting the oils on her paws. I need to figure that situation out. So, more to come. I finished up my Luna scrub, Scentsy scrub, sugar scrub. This is just a standard like sugar scrub. It does separate the longer it sits. So if you use it like a couple times a week, you might be fine. I typically would use it like once a week when I would shave. I'll be honest, like I'm not I'm not that on top of like shaving my legs. I'm like, I did it once this week. I like really don't want to do it again. I'll just wear pants. Because I work in an office where it's not like in the summer I wear shorts. It's just not a thing. We wear business clothes. I only use this like once a week maybe. So because of that, I have to stir it up, which isn't a big deal, but I have found in ones I've used in the past, if I didn't stir it, at the beginning it was all the oils, and then as I got towards the bottom, it was all the sugar, like all the scrubbiness. So you just mix it up, but the longer it sits, the more it separates. So I really like the formula of these. It's not too abrasive like Tree Hut. Personally, Tree Hut scrubs are way too abrasive for me personally. I just think that some people love them. It's also more abrasive than like some of those Bath and Body Works ones that are like moisturizing, or like, you know, the ones that are like barely there scrub. It's not that, but it's not as intense as Tree Hut. So if that helps you at all, there you have it. I personally really like the scrubs. I love the fragrances, and like if we do limited time offers and they come out in like special fragrances, even better. So there you have it. Finished up 2 pods. These were Vanilla Bean Buttercream. These were good. I love Vanilla Bean Buttercream. I feel like they actually did fairly well in the pods. I started using these on the weekend of the 4th of July. I originally was mixing them with Feelin' Punchy. There's just like a hint of fragrance in these. I was originally mixing them with a Feelin' Punchy, which I feel like really took away from the Vanilla Bean Buttercream. I kind of wish I would have used them on their own, but I also didn't really love Feelin' Punchy. I would highly recommend these. I'll probably rebuy them now that they are gone. I was a little bit nervous to buy them at the start because I felt like they wouldn't be good performers, but they were like standard. They were fine. Okay, and then I did, actually, this is gone, an empty oil. Can you believe it? This was like kind of, it was under halfway, and I was like, before I switch out my oils to fall, which I want to do really soon, I have to finish this because that'll be 1 oil down, and I want to buy at least a pack, if not 2 packs plus of the oils in the Harvest collection coming up, because they sound amazing by the descriptions. And those oils, like, once they're gone, they're gone. I feel like they just never come back, and they're so popular. So I'm like, do I just buy 2 right off the start just in case? And then, like, if they last, I can, like, evaluate from there. So I finished 1. That makes me feel good. This is I'm Yours. This was from the Valentine's Day collection, like, 2021. So a while ago. It's strong. It's such a strong oil. It's, like, fruity and lemon. I feel like everything from that collection was like fruity and lemon. It was just really strong. Like, I only put 5 drops in our premium diffuser, which is in the bathroom, which isn't a large bathroom, but like it was almost bugged me out of the bathroom. Like, it was just really strong, but I was really trying to use it up. Okay, let's talk about some wax bars. So let's see. Okay, in the reject bathroom, in our guest bathroom upstairs, where we have our warmer, where the rejects go, if you're familiar with that situation, I finished up white, amber, and silk. Typically in the reject warmer, scents are like really toned down. I have a mini warmer with a silicone dish inside of it in my hardest to scent room in my house. And it's perfect for scents that I don't love because it's like a room I hardly go in. It's hard to scent regardless. I'm only using a mini warmer with a liner. All those combinations make it great for my reject bathroom. So white, amber, and silk, to me, it's a new release. It's very summery. It literally smells like some type of sunscreen and fresh beach towels or something, but it's bringing me back some memory that I can't put my finger on, but that I'm not cool with. Like, I don't know what it is, but I smell it and I'm like mad. It's like all I can say. If you like summery cotton fresh beach towel type scents, you're gonna love this, especially if fall's not your thing. Such a weird time to bring this out, but if fall's not your thing, like this is gonna be, this and By the Sea are probably your jam in the catalog right now. But I don't know what happened to me, and this was the smell going on at the time, but it makes me angry. Like, not like, part of it makes me angry because I can't put my finger on what it is. And then also, like, I just smell it and I'm like, I don't want to smell this. Like, I'm not, but also I want to continue to smell to like place the memory. So it's like really driving me nuts. But I have another bar of this. I don't honestly know if I'll warm it. Maybe I could pass it along to somebody else if they really would love to have it. Like when my mom comes over, I totally like let her go through my bar stash and everything. So, maybe I can just like slip it along to somebody. It's like, I want it to be pretty. Like, part of me is like, I could love this. And then part of me, thinks of that scenario, which makes me almost feel like, was it like a bad breakup? Like, I just am questioning, what is it from? Drives me nuts. Okay. I did in the bedroom graduation. I did this, which is from February of this year from my Scentsy club. I did this in the bedroom the day I got my scent back. I was like, you know what I'm throwing in? Some graduation. This is just like a sweet leather and a hint of apple. This scent is characteristically pretty light. Like, it really gets a bad rap for being light. This was from February, so it sat for a good 5 months, plus it doesn't have the logo. So like, I received it in February, but it was probably poured in like July of last year. I have a label over, so I can't really tell. So it was maybe like a year old by the time I warmed it. I will say, it was amazing in my bedroom. Like, the strongest it's ever performed. But also, it was the day I got my scent back, so I hadn't smelled for 2 days. So it was that part of the reason it was like booming, because I literally hadn't smelled anything. And then all of a sudden it was like, scent, it's back. That, like, part of me felt that way that day. I was like, maybe this just seems really strong because I haven't smelled anything in 2 days. But even in the clam right now, like, it smells really strong, so I don't know. I still have it in my Scentsy club. I have a couple bars, or at least a bar. So I'm a fan regardless. I liked it before, but it was really good. Okay, before we get into the new releases, let's talk about a couple other things. So I did a combination through all my warmers in the downstairs of Huckleberry Sage and Sunburst Bamboo. These to me are kind of similar. like Huckleberry Sage is a little bit fruity and very fresh. And Sunburst Bamboo is just really, really, really fresh and like sharp and crisp in like a good way. You can't get either of these anymore, so I won't go on like too much about them, hopefully. They just really, really complement each other. They paired together so, so well. Excuse me. I did them in alternating warmers throughout the downstairs, and they were just absolutely amazing. Like, it took over the whole house. It was like super, super fresh. I 100% would mix them again. It was almost to the point where like you couldn't tell there was different scents going on. They were just melding so well together in the open concept that it wasn't like, oh, well, I walk over here and I can definitely smell this, and then I walk across the room and I can definitely smell this. Like, they were just really mixing and mingling super, super well. So fresh, totally like super, super compatible. If you have these two and you're in the fresh melting mode still, definitely mix them together. I literally was like, do I ever melt these separate again? And then I was almost to the point where I was like, do I take one of them out of my club because I feel like they're so similar? So yeah, I was like really, really impressed. And like, they're both very strong. So if you're like looking for a whole house contender, those could be it. I'm like taking in so much water, I like can't swallow it all. Okay, a whole house not a whole house contender. These scents are light. This pairing I did. I knew it was going to be light, but I was like, I can't let summer pass me by without warming this combo. So I did Dumbo Circus Parade and Tangerine Creamsicle. You guys, amazing. Amazing. If you did this in like a regular size bedroom and not like through your open concept, it would probably be even better. I did it throughout the open concept and our master bedroom, because our master bedroom is like off the living room, which I partly love, and then partly for scenting purposes I hate, because like I feel like the scents completely clash, because like I want to do bedroom scents and I want to do open concept scents, and they're right like, and we leave the door open unless we have guests over typically, and so they just like, they mingle in the wrong way. So I was like, I love Dumbo in the bedroom. Like, to me it's just a very comforting bedroom scent. This is one of my first Scentsy scents I ever tried, and I actually had warmed it in the bedroom. Like, when, I don't know if it was my first warm of it ever and I warmed it in the bedroom, but at some point in that like first bar I had, I warmed it in the bedroom. And so now I just associate it as a bedroom scent. Like, it's just really cozy to me and like makes me feel at peace. Like, I'm cozy in my bedroom. I don't know. It was a scent memory, I guess. It's just the memory like I made with using it in the bedroom. So, because I feel like this is good in the bedroom, I was like, why don't I just take these two and mix them in the open concept, including the bedroom, and then we can leave the door open for the day, and I don't have to worry about like, I close it, Corey opens it, I close it, Corey opens it. It's this whole thing. You guys know how it is if you live with other people. It was amazing. I mixed some of it, like 1 cube to 1 cube. I did some alternating. It was amazing. It was just light. Like, honestly, if these were stronger, or like you did them in not your open concept, like the bedroom was great because of course it was just one area. It wasn't like trying to flow through the whole house. So if you have these two, 100% mix them. Tangerine Creamsicle is literally what it sounds like. It's just like a tangerine creamsicle. It's like tangerine and ice cream and like a little bit of vanilla. And then Dumbo Circus Parade has like mango and vanilla, but it also has a peach note. So I feel like they just went so well together. Like, couldn't have picked a better. I feel like I'm bad at picking combination scents, but these two picks I did, thank you. They were good. I did pretty good on that one. Pat myself on the back. Okay, 2 new scents I did. We have the Scooby-Doo Bar Zoinks. This, all I can think about in this scent is Scooby-Doo fruit snacks. I can't get that out of my head. I personally, I really like this scent. I think I need to get some of these and let them cure. It's so light. And part of me was like, am I still struggling with my nose? Like, I feel like I can smell, but I feel like I couldn't smell this one. But I made samples of it and I could smell fine. But when I warmed the rest of the bar, which was like at least 6 cubes, I feel like it wasn't as great. But I also did it maybe the same day I did these two. I did this upstairs and these two downstairs, maybe. Don't quote me on that. I feel like I just really have to search for it. So I have a bar, another full bar. I have put it in my club because I'm so hopeful that it will be good. Obviously, I can always take it out of my club if that's not the case. But the notes are like tangerine, strawberry, pineapple. Like, I love all those things. And it makes me think of Scooby-Doo fruit snacks, which were amazing. Like, those were the best. I haven't had them in years, but I just remember them being the best, okay? So, I don't know. I also haven't heard many people talk about this yet, but I need to like catch up on some YouTube videos. I do feel like people in my comments though were saying it's light, don't warm it until like you're over your nose situation. So that's kind of what got me thinking that situation. Okay. The scent of the month coming September 1st is called Gimme Candy. You guys, club. If you are a bakery lover, it is club time on September 1st. Oh my gosh, I love it. I actually have the breakdown right here because I'm not done with Happy Meal, so let's investigate. Caramelized sugar, golden honey, sweet buttercream. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Bakery lover's dream. It is so good. Top notes are caramelized sugar. Mid notes, sweet buttercream, creamy milk, golden honey. Base notes, vanilla and sugared musk. I don't know about the musk part, but like it's so good. It's also like staining. I feel like the bars that stain are mostly up my alley because that means they either got a lot of good stuff in them. Like a lot of the bakery bars stain the clams because they're the best. So this to me is like super caramel-esque, vanilla, like sugary sweetness. Like you have a bag full of caramels and something smells like a little bit like honey, but not like gross honey out of the jar. It's like a sweet, really nice, kind of like the honey in Oats and Honey, if you're familiar with that bar, but absolutely no oats, like just the honey portion, which is very like caramely and delectable. But also I feel like there's like a vanilla, like kind of like a cinnamon buttercream, like that buttercream type in here. It's just so good. I used a bar because I made some samples, and then I did a bar throughout my house. I just did 8 cubes, open concept, split between 6 warmers. 8 cubes into 6 warmers. So some cubes only had 1, or some warmers only had 1 cube, but there were 6 of them. Like, I did the whole bar in my open concept. When I tell you, my whole entire house smelled like Gimme Candy. I was upstairs working on Happy Meal. Corey was downstairs on the phone. I'm surprised he didn't say anything, but he was in the portion where he had lost his scent, so maybe he was a little bit like, couldn't tell. I really should have taken more advantage of that. I neglected to, but it's fine. I'm over it. Like, he'll get over it. He's fine. His scent is now back, so like I said, I should have taken more advantage of it. I was upstairs working on Happy Meal. The vents came on, like, to run our air circulation, and I upstairs was almost like It's so strong, I almost like can't take it. And that was like coming through the vents. Like it was just coming, like circulating throughout the house. Not that we have that big, like we live in a townhome, it's 4 bedrooms. It's not like it's a 500,000 square foot or 5,000 square foot house. I think it's like 1,200, 1,000, something like that. It's not like, it's townhome. It's built like a townhome. It's very square. It's very just upstairs, downstairs. It's nothing fancy. But I mean, it's completely separate rooms. It's completely separate floors in the house. Like it totally took over. I totally recommend you guys try this on the first if you are into bakery. If you think things are cloyingly sweet, like way too sweet, you get headaches from them, maybe ask your consultant for a sample first. I, of course, am doing my Happy Meal, like I said, so people will be getting them in their hands if you're my customer. But if you're like that, you like things are too sweet for you, maybe you want to try the sample first. If you are like a bakery, like you love those types of things, caramel, any caramel scent ever, I would suggest trying Give Me Candy. It's going in my club. But I clearly already said that. I don't need to say it again. But it's going in my club. Okay. My biggest accomplishment for the week, I finished my skinny dipping brick. So in my last brick update, which I need to do, I had used 5 cubes of this. As you can see from the back, I have finished up the rest of this. I literally put this in every available warmer possible the other day because I was like, I don't want to carry, like, I think I had 4 cubes, which I had cut into like thirds. So, you know, I was like, I just need to put these all, sprinkle them all everywhere. I want to finish this brick. So I did, and I'm so happy. I feel really satisfied that I finished it. Skinny dipping to me is very like apples, melons, somewhat like tropicalness, but it's not like the most unique scent. Like it's kind of just a nice filler scent. I'm not obsessed with it where I was like, oh, I need the bar in my club just in case the brick ever goes away. Like if I didn't warm it again, like say it just went away completely forever and ever, like I don't know that I would be like devastated, but I would get another brick. Like I do like the scent, obviously for summertime. Like it's very much summer for me. I just wanted to be done with it for summer. But it's really nice. I wish I had the notes on here because I don't have the notes. But I think it's like apples and melons. I definitely get a lot of melon. Could be even like banana. Like, it, you know, it's just like a bunch of fruits. Mostly melon though. So I finished this, which is great because I really want to keep my brick stash around like 20. And I was at 19. I'll talk about this in my brick update, but I was at 19, but I have 2 coming in my club, which actually just got here today, but I finished this one up. So I'm at 20 still. But we have a brick collection coming out for the fall winter, like, you know, our holiday brick promotion that we always do. And I think consultants get early access to it like kind of soon. So I finished a brick and then I brought in 2 more and then we have that brick promotion going on. So my brick stash, I'm going to do an update video on it. Okay. That was the end of Scentsy. Thank you guys so much for watching. If Scentsy is your thing, but not vendor wax, I'm going to move into like the vendor Bath and Body Works portion right now. So for vendor wax, I only worked on a couple things. So I'm just going to breeze past those. I finished up my Rose Girl strawberry birthday cake. This was good, but not great. Like it wasn't strawberry pound cake, which I think I wanted it to be when I bought it. But yeah, I finished it up. This is from May 27th of 2021. So like, I'm really trying to get through these things. From the same date, I also worked on Carbs in Cookie Land. So this is just her carb blend with her Cookie Land blend. I like this, but I feel like it just isn't performing. So I know I talked about this last time with you guys. I am destashing a lot of my vendor wax that just like I know I'm not going to melt. I don't want to have it in my house anymore. So I'm just destashing it. Like if someone else wants to try it at a discounted price, I have the link down below where I am destashing everything. I'm just selling it at like not just like a regular price. I've been reducing some of the prices because like I just want these things to go to better homes. So when I worked on this the other day, I'm just like in this conflict of I'm like, feel like it's not performing the best, but I like the scent. So do I just bite the bullet and get rid of it because it's not doing the best for me and someone else could experience it to know if they like want to purchase more of it? Or do I fight through it and like finish my bags? So I'm on the fence. I'll probably warm this one another time just because, like I said, I literally like set it aside and was like, okay, I'm selling this one. Maybe I just like use a couple cues from all my bags and just sell them all. And then I literally put it back in my bin and I was like, no, I should try it again. I should try to get through it. I don't know what my solution is. I could come on here next week and be like, I'm getting rid of everything. Just, I don't know. But I'm working on these. I have a lot of coffee blends I want to work on. And people keep asking in the comments, they're like, what, are you just not gonna buy it anymore? What's your deal? Like, you know, what's happening with that? And I think I appreciate vendor wax. I think the problem I got myself in is I was buying every single scent that sounded even remotely appealing or popular, like not even maybe blends I liked, but people were hyping them up. So I was like, oh, I have to have them. And so I got into this really like toxic situation where I was just buying every single restock, but never going through things at the same rate or even remotely close. And then now I'm like, the scents have like gone off. They're not as strong as they used to be. I don't even like half of these blends. Like, why did I buy them? And then I also obviously have a ton of Scentsy wax. Like, I don't need the same scent in vendor wax and in Scentsy wax. Like coffee blends, I totally love. Like I don't get a lot of coffee blends from Scentsy because you guys already know that's not really a thing. Vendor waxes coffee really well. So like that is something I feel like I can buy and not overextend myself because I don't have a ton of coffee blends over here. If I'm buying a ton of pumpkin scents, but then I also have a ton of pumpkin wax, does it really make that much sense? So I think that's like my angle going forward is I don't want to be buying things just for the thrill of buying them and smelling them and doing a haul and then never doing anything with them again. Like I feel good about getting the wax out and getting it into other people's hands, but I don't want to be that person who just buys things to resell them. Like I just want to be done with that whole bit. And I've really worked hard this year to not bring new things in because I'm trying to change my mindset in that space. Not that I'm not have plenty of collections of other things, obviously. I'm not a minimalist by any means, but that is just kind of my situation. I'm just trying to change my relationship with how I treat things that smell good, because obviously I love them, but just because they smell good doesn't mean I need to buy them when I have so many other things already that I need to work on. I hope that makes sense. If you want to leave comments about that, like I feel like most of us are in kind of the same scenario where we're like, we totally went through the season of overbuying. Now we have all this stuff, but we want new stuff, but we have stuff. What do we do with it? Do we just can it all? We already spent the money, but also that seems so wasteful. Like, do we just try to fight through it and use it, but then we're missing out on everything new? Like, and like these, the performance isn't as good. Like, it's a cycle. It's just a whole cycle. I feel like a lot of you understand where I'm coming from. I really didn't intend to go on this like whole rantiness about it, but I don't feel like also I can like call up my local friends and be like, could we talk about this? Like I need to get this wax situation off my chest. Like I feel like you guys understand because you're waxies. Like you guys get it. People in my life who aren't waxies don't necessarily get the same thing. Like my mom I'll let her go through my Scentsy stash. She'll take out 4 bars. She won't call me again until she's used those 4 bars. Like, it's just not the same. You know what I mean? I know you know what I mean. Okay, so all that being said, if you want to check out some of the scents I'm destashing, feel free. The link is down below. If you have an opinion, like, don't waste your time, or like, yeah, struggle through them because you'll feel better, like, just let me know down below, because like I said, I really am conflicted, and I'm in the same exact mood I was last week about it. Like, I just really don't know what I want to do. So I still don't know what I want to do. Okay, I finished up a wallflower. I think this was in like strawberry daiquiri, maybe. It was so light. Like, when it started, it was really, really good, but I think just like the wick wasn't the best. I made it work and I used it, like, it went all the way down, but it just wasn't that fragrant. I don't know. And then I started using the Enchanted Candy Potion. This is a Halloween scent. It's allegedly spellbinding sugar, bewitched berries, and whipped pixie dust. It just smells like an overly sweet fake, like, not fake in the sense of like not real fruit, fake in the sense of like artificial, like, it's a berry scent, but it smells like a vape shop berry. Like, I literally, I said this in my haul, and it's so weird because every time I smell it, like, I walk by that wallflower plug-in, I literally think of this. In high school, some of my friends had like vape pens, and they had a like vape flavor that literally was that scent. Like, it smells exactly the same. I can't smell it in the like lid because it's been off, but every time I walk past it, it's just like a sweet, like, juicy berry kind of, but in the sense where it's like artificial into something you like vape. Like, it just, I'm not a fan, really. It's fine, but like, I wouldn't recommend that you pick it up. That's not a glowing review, obviously. Okay, and then I just worked on a couple candles, so I just want to share those. I'm still working on my Island Daydream. This is, I don't know if you can tell, like, kind of where I'm at here, but I'm still working on this. I feel like, I mean, the wicks aren't like that long, and clearly, like, I'm gonna trim them because of whatever's going on here. I have to trim these wicks so short, or this candle just soots. Like, it just is crazy. We're in like our last couple days of like upper 80s/90s. Let me just double check. But like, I feel like every day it gets a little bit less hot. And some days it's like super fall weather out. But then, like, you know, you'll see a 90 pop back up on the 7-day forecast. I'm like, dang it. At the point where I'm like, okay, either this is like done, or if we just get really close to where I'm like, there's gonna be no more summer days or I'm super over it, I'll put it in my candle crock. But it's doing fine so far. So I don't want to necessarily crock it just yet, but I'm on the edge. I'm on the edge of wanting to crock it. I'm also, this has been my morning candle. It's been Caramel Pumpkin Swirl, which literally just smells like caramel. That's where the top of the candle was when I like started it. I've actually been making pretty good progress on it for just working on it like in the mornings. I don't work from home, as we have clearly discussed in this video, so I can't, like, I don't have access to burn candles during the day. It's either before work or after work or on the weekends. So my candle burning activity is not the same as some people who work from home. So for me, I feel like this has actually been really good progress. So, and this candle has been performing phenomenally. Like, scent has been amazing. It just literally smells like caramel. They say it's called Caramel Pumpkin Swirl, but the notes are luscious caramel, ground cinnamon, rich brown sugar, creamy vanilla. Doesn't even say pumpkin. It literally just smells like caramel. So the throw has been like super, super amazing. One night I put it in the Hurricane with the Gimme Candy Scentsy scent coming September 1st. And that was like also blowing out of the house. Like those two together were amazing. No issues with the wicks, completely pulls out every time. Like it's been doing so good. I've also, I don't know if I worked on this exactly this week, but I've been somewhat working on it. It's warm apple pie. This one will not pull out. Like the wicks are so nubby. They are just non-existent. It just won't pull out. But like I'm over it. Like I don't care that much. It's just more so annoying because like I would love to mark the side, and look where it's not pulling out, right by my freaking marking. Every time I do this, I mark the worst wick. Like no matter what wick I mark, whenever I'm like evaluating it, I mark the worst one every time. This side doing great, this side not doing great. So yeah. And the bummer is the wick that's like doing the worst is where it's like supposed to be the fun label. So I'm just gonna keep burning this down. I really, really like this scent. I really like it. I feel like it does change a little bit on warm. It's like not as crusty. That sounds so bad. It's not as much crust, like pie crust-ish when it's going. It's weird. But also I feel like I need to work on it more, obviously. That'll probably be my morning candle once like this one is like, maybe I'm not working on it as frequently. I don't know. And then these are my weekend morning burns. So I've been working on white caramel cold brew, which I am having an amazing time with this one. So I've only worked on this on the weekend so far. Burn, throw, wicks, everything has been amazing. I mean, obviously they're the wicks you have to trim here clearly, but at least it's like pulling out all the way completely. The throw has been great. It's been doing lovely. And per Hyatt's Vicky's recommendation, I've been mixing it with my pumpkin donut shop candle. This one is not doing good. This one is doing about as well as it's actually doing worse than my warm apple pie. This one I've literally been like putting in the hurricane, and this one just does fine on its own. Like it doesn't need any helpers. This one in the hurricane, and it looks like this still. But also like at this point, if this all like melts on the side, these wicks are gonna drown. I don't know what the situation is. I will say though, this year's, which is last year's, compared to the previous version, I actually prefer this scent. I feel like I'm getting a more like full donut smell with a little bit of pumpkin. Before I was just getting a lot of powdered sugar from years past versions, which I liked, but I actually prefer this scent. So this did not come back, but hopefully we will see it again in the future. It's not the end of the world, but it is one of my favorite scents, honestly, from Bath & Body Works. So those are the candles I have been working on. Hopefully this week, I think I'm going to start to be spending a lot more time at home. So I'm hoping to burn through a little bit more candles and make some more candle progress. Which is good because like I have my eye on things, but I want to be better about using up things. You guys already know, we already talked about all that. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Sorry this video got so long. I really didn't have the intentions of making it this long. But sometimes, you know, you just gotta let it vent, you know. I'm just kind of having one of those days. Obviously, I feel like you can tell that by this video. So thank you guys so much for continuing to support me, watch my channel, comment on my videos, interact with me, all the things, and just chat wax. So I'll see you guys in the next one.